It's the late 1970s and San Diego's tech scene is buzzing. Gene Carter stands at a crossroads, poised between his semiconductor beginnings at Fairchild and the explosive birth of the personal computer. He's just met two young visionaries named Bill Gates and Paul Allen. But what happens next? Stick around, because this ride takes you right through the heart of Silicon Valley's wild innovation, where timing meets grit in a way you won't expect. Gene's journey kicks off at Sandia Corporation, then heads into the thick of the post-war semiconductor boom, a time when chips were the new gold rush. In 1957, Gene found himself at Fairchild Semiconductor, a company that was more like a laboratory for the future than a business. Walking those halls, he rubbed shoulders with legends who shaped the industry, witnessing firsthand what becoming the Silicon Valley meant, in an era when integrated circuits started to flip everything upside down. Imagine a campfire where sparks fly, catching dry leaves on fire. That's exactly how talent moved in Silicon Valley. Not long after Fairchild's success, a swarm of engineers and execs flew off, igniting new startups like National Semiconductor. This wasn't just a brain drain, it was a wildfire spreading innovation at blinding speed. Gene watched early calculator chip development like a hawk. These tiny circuits seemed insignificant, yet they powered calculators that would soon democratize computing power. It was like watching a match light a bonfire, an elementary advance that reshaped personal and business life in ways no one predicted back then. Fast forward to 1977, Gene's now marketing director at National Semiconductor, when a certain garage-born company called Apple starts rewriting the rules of computing. Apple Computer's launch party in 1977 was the stuff of legend. Gene watched as Steve Jobs' vision materialized into the Apple II. More than just a machine, it was a cause. This wasn't about corporate suits, it was personal computing made accessible, a revolution sneaking into homes and schools alike. Gene spearheaded one of the first dealer training programs that didn't just teach product specs but built salespeople into believers. It was like turning every salesman into a storyteller. Instead of pushing boxes, they were inviting people into a movement, cultivating loyalty that would outlast any feature list. Then came the 1984 Super Bowl commercial, still hailed as the greatest ad ever. Apple positioned itself as the rebel, the freedom fighter challenging the status quo. Hello, IBM. Gene recalls the buzz it generated, a perfect storm of hype, anticipation, and fearlessness that stunned an entire industry. The stakes got higher in the 1980s with the Lisa and Macintosh projects, ambitious bets that could have crumbled Apple or propel it beyond imagination. Gene witnessed Apple wager the company on the Lisa computer, an impressive but pricey machine. Despite technical wizardry, the sales challenge was brutal. It's like inventing a luxury car with no demand. The mismatch between innovation and market readiness taught Gene a hard lesson about timing and pricing in tech. The Macintosh wasn't just another machine. It was the first computer designed to feel intuitive, with a mouse and graphical interface that felt almost magical. Gene compares it to teaching an old dog new tricks, except this dog was humanity, learning to use computers like a natural extension of daily life. Apple's push into schools was more than sales, it was planting seeds for the future workforce. Gene led the effort to get Macs into classrooms, a high-stakes gamble that paid off remarkably. By educating kids early, Apple created lifelong users, turning classrooms into incubators.